Hi, folks, and welcome to the Silver and Gold Collector and Stacker podcast number 3. Today we're going to be talking about the Perth Mint, the positives, the negatives, really pretty much all the information we have about what is really the premium semi-numismatic mint out there that is nice enough to put out all the products us stackers, well, some of us stackers really love to collect. So anyway, I wanted to get started with some of the premium products that myself and Jeremy in particular will do. We do a lot of buying of, and we do a lot of collecting because we see them appreciate in value, even when the spot price has not gone up at all. To start with, one of our favorites is the Australian Lunar Series. This is a coin that changes every single year. It has a complete redesign based on the Chinese calendar. So this current year is actually the year of the monkey. Last year was the year of the goat. And they've done some really cool things. Basically, each year they come out in a half ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce, 1 kg, and 10 kg coins. So there's quite a lot of variety, and the mintage numbers are usually very small. Jeremy, you want to talk about last year's coin, the goat coins?
What do you want to know?
I mean, what do you think of those mintage numbers? I think they came in pretty low, especially for the higher ounce type coins like the 10 ounce and
Oh
the
yeah,
1 kg.
oh yeah, they're pretty low, and the thing that makes them so valuable in the aftermarket is they sell out really fast, and you have so many people worldwide that are in that's collecting this series that once they sell out, people start putting them on eBay, and the aftermarket price just skyrockets on these things. I mean, like the 1 ounce goat at release, I mean, they're usually like $5-6 over spot, but after they sell out, like right now, spot's around 15. They're well up in the $20 for the 1 ounce. I mean, the price goes outrageous after they sell out.
Hey, Darren, do you want to show us that the picture of those the goat coins from last year?
Yeah, absolutely. I should be screencasting that right now still. Do you guys see that or not?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like doing something weird.
I just put it into infinity there. Yeah, there we go. So I pulled up here, while you guys were discussing it, I did pull up the Lunar Goat and then screen sharing it. They're saying that they plan to only mint 300,000 of these. Is that what the final mintage was of this?
It's the final mintage,
What
and
ounce?
they're sold out.
Was
It's
it?
the one
Was
ounce.
that the 1 ounce coin?
That is the
Or
1 ounce.
300,000 total?
Yep.
Yeah, the 1 ounce coin in 2015. Yeah, they minted 300,000, sold them all out. That's the highest. The 1 ounce is the highest mintage.
And they got
Like for the half ounce.
And the thing is, it's the highest mintage, but it's the most sought after. I mean, it's more sought after than the half ounce.
Yeah, the half ounce they minted 188,000. The real gold mine here, Jeremy, I don't know if you're familiar with this, is those 5 ounce coins. I bought one of those this past year. They only minted 16,000 of them. And
Yeah, and they're really wasn't that expensive. No,
I bought it for under $100. And right now that coin is going for let me see here, what a lunar half ounce coin. This is on ATMEX, so you can take about 20% off the price generally. But overall, this 2015
Lunar half ounce.
5 ounce,
$25.
half ounce goat.
I'm showing $25 on eBay.
Oh, for the half ounce.
Well,
for the 5
actually,
ounce.
That's from Singapore. Stay away from that one.
Yeah, the 5 ounce Australian silver lunar goat on ATMEX is going for $192.30 right now. So probably on eBay you could probably get 160, 175. I paid like $100 for it, 110. So I did pretty well on that transaction. And Jeremy, do you buy any of those 5 ouncers?
No. I have a couple of 5 ounce horses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the horses are nice. Those the horse, obviously, if you know the Chinese calendar, came before the goat, and that was 2014, and those vintage numbers are actually a little bit higher than 2015, and the reason why is the Chinese themselves consider some signs more lucky than others, and a horse is considered way more lucky than a goat. The monkey is considered a lucky sign because they're considered to be clever, but signs such as, like, I believe it's the goat and the rabbit are not necessarily considered lucky, so they don't actually sell as many of the coins that have unlimited mintages, which creates interesting possibilities in the collector side, because there's some people that absolutely have to have every single year of a particular coin, and they don't really care if it was unpopular at the release. So it's
And
something to keep
and
in
this
mind.
is
These little.
and this is the
What's that,
second
Jeremy?
series. This is the second series in the Lunar series also, so it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, didn't they start the series over again back? What was it? 2010?
Something
2008.
like
They
that.
ended the last one in 2010. Yeah. So this series should actually be ending in a couple years, and they'll be restarting it again, which gives you a great opportunity if you buy at the end of this series and then start in the next series over the next period of years. That could be a really cool collection if you get in on this coin now.
There's just so many people invested in the series. It's just that's what it is on the aftermarket. It's just people trying to fill sets, fill sets.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about the Perth Mint, and this is why people like Jeremy and myself buy it, is because when the stuff's released, it doesn't have a huge premium all the time, especially if you buy the right coins. Like, I haven't been buying the 1 ounce stuff because I haven't loved the premium. But what I've been buying like crazy this past year is the 10-ounce Kookaburra. The 10-ounce Kookaburra is going for 188 right now. Yeah, that's 1888 per ounce. That's a little bit above spot. That's, $2.60 over spot. That's not terrible. Not for something that's a numismatic, and especially not something that's from the Perth Mint. I mean, their 1 ounce coins are going for like $24 with the same design. So what I try to do is find a Perth Mint product that's as close to spot as possible and load up on that. Jeremy, what's your strategy?
Well, my strategy is get it right when it comes out because it's the cheapest, right at release, and just look for deals through the year. As the year goes on, the deals will dry up. But we'll talk about bars and stuff like that later.
We are experiencing some
Jeremy, you're
technical
breaking up.
difficulties.
Yes, let me real quick go over to finish up the Australian lunar. I'll go over the mintage numbers for the 2015 year. So the 10-ounce silver goat, 26,000 coins were minted, 26,900. The 5-ounce, only 16,900. The 2-ounce, they minted 61,000. As we said before, the 1 ounce had 300,000 minted, and the 1/2 ounce, 188,000 minted. So those are large numbers, but when you think about the number of people that collect coins in the world, I mean that's a drop in the bucket. And especially since you're buying this stuff only a few dollars above spot, I don't see it as a huge risk. The downside risk is that the collectability of these coins never is established and never appears. But the upside is the fact that, let's say silver spot goes to $25 an ounce. These coins are still silver. They're still 10 ounces of silver or 1 ounce of silver. They're going to go up with that as well. But if silver drops, let's say down to 10 or $12 an ounce, these coins still have a really good chance of appreciating in value and wiping out those losses in the spot price. John, what do you think about this ability with Perth Mint stuff?
I don't
To
do I don't participate in the Perth Mint myself. I recognize the value of numismatic and semi-numismatic. It's actually pretty good hedge against dropping spot, but it's something I've thought about and entertained the notion of doing, but I haven't been able to do it yet. I just can't bring myself to, frankly. And
what difference do you see between the Perth Mint and the Privy Canadian Maples you like?
it's not so much that I like them; it's just that I can't stop buying them for some reason.
I had to ask you the tough question, you know?
Yeah. I see a lot of the same, but to a larger degree, is that the resale value in a couple years is just pretty good. And like I said, that's just a nice hedge against a dropping spot price.
Yeah, I guess what it comes down to is there's a couple mints out there that do what Perth Mint does, but none of them do it as well as Perth Mint.
No.
The Royal Mint's making a big run at it. So is the Canadian Mint. U.S. Mint has half-assed trying to with those ATB bullshit coins. They're trying to kind of make a run at the Perth Mint, but they haven't gotten the designers or the ability to even compete. I mean, when you get a Perth Mint coin, it's like a proof from any other mint, in my opinion. What do you guys think about that statement?
Yeah. U.S.
Yeah, Jeremy.
sucks.
U.S. Mint sucks. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, Perth
I think
Mint,
you hit it dead on.
yeah, you did hit it dead on. The Perth Mint is pretty much the innovators of all the new stuff they're coming out with and producing coins. They take they take real pride in making these designs, and they do it pretty well.
I love how every coin the Perth Mint seems to come out with always has a capsule with it already. You don't have to worry about buying capsules for these coins. That's one thing I really appreciate about what the Perth Mint does. I kind of want to move the conversation on to one of the lesser known Perth Mint coins that I've actually made some pretty nice paper profits on already. That's called the Koala coin. They have low mintages. They actually stopped minting the 10-ounce coin last year. I was happy enough to have bought a couple of those. Jeremy, did you buy any of those 10-ounce koalas last year?
Yeah, I think I bought a couple that were on eBay deals around. I think I paid like 170-ish for a couple of them.
That's not bad.
No, I mean generic prices for semi-numismatic coins.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking at these numbers, I mean, the 2015 koala came out in the 1 kilogram, 10 ounce, 1 ounce, and 1/2 ounce. They only minted 20,000 of these in 10 ounce, only 450,000 1 ounce, and 97,000 1/2 ounce, and then 37,000 kg. So there's actually less 10 ounce coins minted than the kg coins, kilogram coins. Which, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, to be able to buy a coin like this, closest spot with a mintage of only 20,000. I mean, when you look at the mintage of Eagles, I mean, they're in the millions compared to 20,000, and this coin is less above spot at times than the Eagle is. I mean, I don't see any reason not to buy this coin. Jeremy, what do you like the koalas as a coin? I mean, I know the design doesn't really change year to year, other than the date. And I don't know.
The koalas change. They change year to year.
They do change. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they changed the picture.
Yeah.
I haven't followed them closely enough. But, like, I mean, it's crazy that it's obviously it's the same thing. It's always a koala. It's not like the lunars. I guess that's what the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's a gorgeous coin.
Oh yeah.
Do you own a few of these, or what do you think?
Here recently, I haven't bought many koalas because they run the exact same price as the kookaburras, and for some reason, I don't know why, the kookaburras are more popular with the masses. So I've always bought the kookaburras. I mean, they're the same price.
It's because the koala. It's because the koala bear just kind of. It's a koala bear. That's not cool at all.
I think a koala bear is awesome. It sits around all day and eats bamboo on its fat ass. That's how I'd like to live.
Eucalyptus. Eats eucalyptus.
Oh, that's right. It's eucalyptus. I was thinking of panda.
They sleep 20 hours a day, only active 4 hours a day. They're kind of like a bear after my own heart. If I was a marsupial, that would be the marsupial I would be.
All right. Way to go, Darren.
Yeah,
so, John, what do you think of the...
I haven't contributed anything yet, so I had to throw something in there, guys.
I didn't know if you were drinking those skunky beers you bought the other day.
Not today, I haven't. This thing's wrecked me.
So, Darren, have you ever thought about buying like a koala coin or even a lunar, like we were talking about before?
Negative. I can't. We were just talking before this thing, as I was saying, and I can't justify the premiums. I get what you guys are saying, and you guys pretty well have me sold on some of it. I understand a lot of the appreciation and value. I get that. But, I got into this as a strictly bullion guy. That's who I've been for the most part. I do have some examples of coins from other mints that do appreciate in value. And I do have a couple Perth Mint products. One of them I won in a Raz. The other one I actually bought. It says Gold Bar. And these are the only two Perth Mint products that I own, literally. So I could see myself getting into it into the future, but still at the premiums, sometimes I can't justify it, especially right now. I'm probably gonna aim towards starting next year, getting in at some of the pre-order stuff, because you guys have already alluded to the fact that that's probably the best time you can get some of the pricing on it. And just to give my 2 cents real quick about the privies and stuff like that other people are trying to do. I think the privies are a sad attempt at other mints to sell something based on flair. Let's sell the same old product. Let's add something to it to make it have flair, to make it look good, so we can get people to buy it. And it's just ridiculous to me. I see that Providence even adding it to their generic bullion rounds, and it's a fad. I think it's a fad, and when that fad dies out, I don't think the value is going to be there anymore. That's just my opinion on them.
Yeah, Jeremy, when does the Perth Mint release their new coins? What month? I believe it's in the prior year, right?
Oh yeah, it comes out either the fall or winter. I mean, it's really early. It's like October, November.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remembered it coming out. So if you're thinking about getting into this for next year's vintages, you want to get in early, fall or winter, start looking for those 2017s.
Definitely.
Yeah. Darren, what were you going on with about the? I obviously I kind of agree with you that the privy marks are kind of a fad, at least in a lot of the coins. I kind of like what the Canadian Maple Leafs are. Those privies are kind of cool to me. But what do you guys think about numismatic coins that have privy marks?
Well, the Perth Mint, I don't know if they were the first to do it, but I know they've been doing it for a while. But the reason they started putting privies on like kooks and stuff is because they would come out with their mintages like 300,000. They would mint those 300,000, and then they would sell them out, and then they would mint like 80,000 more, and then put privies on them. So they would be separate from the previous 300,000. That's the reason they started putting privy, because they sold out and there was still a demand for them. So
That's
then
just ridiculous.
They would come out with privy.
That's just ridiculous.
That makes sense.
It's just ridiculous. It's like they're saying, hey, we only said we're going to mint 300,000 of these things, but we figured out a way we can make more money, so we're going to do it. That's just ridiculous to me.
Well, I mean, it's not the same coin, so they're not really killing the mintage number, at least. They could say they're only minting 300 and then mint 2 million on you. That's what a lot of artists will do when they're coming out with like a limited run of like prints. They'll say one of like 100 or one of 300, and then print out like 1,000 of them, and then just repeat the numbers every now and then. It's an old trick. But yeah, moving on. I mean, the most famous Australian Perth Mint coin is the Kookaburra. That's one most people know, and therefore it's got much higher mintage numbers usually, though not always, than some of the other products the Perth Mint has. And I mean, we've just touched the surface with the three big products. We haven't even talked about their gold products. Perth Mint also has some of these really crazy numismatic stuff, the colored coins that are like hand colored with inks and stuff. I'm not really a fan of any of that stuff. I think it's gaudy. I prefer just really beautiful engraving work on my silver. But going back to the Kookaburra, that's been pretty much the longest running, or one of the longest running modern numismatics out there that have really just been a great investment. Obviously, the Libertad's been going on longer than this. But yeah, if you take a look at the Perth Mint mintage number starting in 2015, they came. I mean, they weren't terrible. The 10 ounce was where's the 10 ounce here? 26,200. The 1 kg was 27,000. They did mint 500,000 of the 1 ounce. Still, I mean, 500,000 coins minted. That's nothing compared to what the U.S. Mint does with Silver Eagles, and the price is comparable. I mean, right now, let me look what the 1 ounce kookaburra is going for 2016. It's
They're right.
not terrible. Let me get the
They're right
price.
at $20 right now on JM Bullion.
Yeah, let me see what. Yeah, 1933, 20 when you 19. Yeah, 2033 when you only order one or two. I mean, most of the big companies are the same or close to the same in prices.
And I bought all mine. I bought like 20 of them, and I got them at release on eBay deals for $18.50 a piece.
And what's a Silver Eagle going for, Darren or John? Do you guys know off the top of your head right now?
I didn't
I'm
hear you.
seeing like 18, 19, 18, and that's at, like if you're buying like a monster box, you're paying at least $19. It looks like on AppMax for a Silver Eagle. So you pay $1 more for a kookaburra if you're already buying eagles, and you get a much better
And that's and that's and
investment
that's now.
potential.
That's now. You can find sales that are cheaper.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you guys the kind of the premium price. Jeremy's absolutely correct. These things do get cheaper. Um, but what's interesting is how fast these prices go up once the coin is kind of out of it's no longer that date. Like a 2014 1 ounce, I'm seeing on AppMax, they're asking 31 for it. I bet you could probably get on eBay for 25 or 26. But that's still a pretty good investment appreciation for a coin that's not even the best investment for the Perth
I
Mint.
mean, and when the 2014 came out, you could get it for $3 over spot, $4 at the most over spot, and now it's 26, 27, up to $30. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the best part is probably when that coin came out, you had to pay, I don't know, 20, 21 bucks just for generic spot price. That's what spot price was. So if this coin's still going for around $30 now, I mean, with the amount spot has gone down since 2014, you've basically haven't lost any money and still held 1 ounce of silver through that entire time. I think that's a pretty awesome deal. I mean, that's why I don't put everything into Perth Mint stuff, but I do put a big chunk of my stack into Perth. I just think it's a great investment.
I usually just
Um,
buy. I usually just buy what's a great deal. I mean, I have a lot
hmm.
of I have a lot of generic, and I have a lot of Perth Mint stuff, and I get all of it when it's at the best deal. There's no
Yeah,
there's
folks.
there's not a certain amount of money I spend this month. I might not spend nothing this month. I might not spend nothing the next month. Then I might see a good deal and I just load up then. I don't have a
Yeah,
certain
folks.
rhyme or reason to my buying.
This is a definite reason to join the private Facebook group, Silver and Gold Stackers. If you haven't already joined, these deals that we're talking about, we share them. We're not uber greedy. So the good deals that are out there usually get shared. Somebody will post about them. Some of them if they're really good, they might be private messages between friends. So it's probably a good idea to be nice in that group and make a lot of friends. But overall, I mean, I've seen some of the best deals on silver I've ever found. I didn't actually find; they were posted in the group. Jeremy, what's the best deal you ever got on Perth Mint, if you don't mind sharing?
Um, the best deal, like on eBay or like
Yeah,
JM
anywhere. I
Bullion.
mean, outside of like Raz's.
Oh yeah. Um, probably people trading me for like generic stuff. I mean, I don't know. They'll get it and it'll just be in their stack and then out their stack, and they'd rather have they'll give me like 5 kooks and I'll give them 6 ounces of generic. I mean,
That's a pretty good deal, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah, you lose an
I
ounce,
don't
but
do that. I don't do that much, but I mean, probably the best deals I get are just like eBay deals. Like them kooks I got for 18.50. I mean, that was a pretty good deal. I loaded up on them.
oh, absolutely. When you look on eBay, do you buying from only like AppMax, JM Bullion,
Oh
or do
yeah.
you
Oh
buy
yeah.
from less well-known sellers?
No, no, they're always. It's usually JM Bullion, AtMex. Provident, Scottsdale, MCM. I mean, mainly them guys. Bay Precious
Absolutely.
Metals.
I would go as far to say, at least the way I feel about it, don't buy from individuals.
No.
It's just, I
There's
don't see
just
the
so
point.
many good deals out there to even fool with individuals.
There's no reason to.
But you see a bunch of people and they'd rather save like 10 cents an ounce and buy from an individual over buying from JM Bullion on eBay.
And then spend $50 on neobendium and rare earth magnets.
If you buy from the reputable dealers, you don't have to worry about fakes. They don't even have to cross your mind.
It's true. Yeah, I don't really generally do business with people unless it's somebody I really know. And eventually I'll probably do a deal with Jaron or Jeremy or John. We just haven't they haven't been selling something the moment I was ready to buy yet. But I'm sure that'll happen eventually, and we'll all discuss between each other.
I found some Perth Mint stuff I forgot I owned.
Yeah, folks, that happens to us old-time stackers. After like a year or two, you start forgetting you own stuff. It's kind of funny. Oh, man, that's so cool.
I found some 2014 Silver Eagles I forgot I had. So yesterday when I showed you guys the 6 I have, I add 5 to that. Last week or the week before when I showed you those. And then I know some of you guys got these, the kangaroos. I got these.
Oh yeah, I bought a few of those because it's the first mintage year.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how good of an investment they'll end up being.
Oh, did you buy them?
Yeah, Jeremy, what do you think of those kangaroos?
I don't own any.
No.
I got these from the Bay Precious Metals deal last fall when they first released them. Bay Precious Metals had them at $165 for 10 of them.
I think the kangaroo is about like the Perth Mint's like cheapest coin.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
It's like their generic.
It don't even come in a capsule. Yeah. Like these are in capsules because I put them in a capsule. Right.
That's the one coin that doesn't. I was kind of disappointed about that, honestly.
No, and they're like spiders and stuff. Don't.
Yeah.
Nah. You're right. Yeah, I bought some of those spiders.
So did I. I forgot I had them until you met it up.
Yeah, folks, this forgetfulness thing really strikes long-term stackers.
I would,
especially if we're trying to hide the purchase from our wives. We generally are very forgetful about it if we just run to the safe with it.
I would go get them, but my daughter's sleeping, so I can't. Yeah, I bought spiders. I remember now.
There was a meme going around that was like, yes, when that feeling when you buy silver and get it to the safe before your wife gets home.
I wanted to say about doing business with individuals. I really directed that broad brush towards eBay in particular. I have bought and sold off of a handful of people in the group, and no problems. On eBay, stay away from individuals. And I wanted to stress eBay.
Absolutely. So, yeah, eBay can be rough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's the process. Yeah, you have PayPal protection. But if you don't catch that it was a fake right away and time goes by, it can be really difficult to get your money back. And folks, especially if it's an overseas purchase, don't ever buy gold and silver from overseas. A, because even if it's real, customs has this nasty habit of grabbing it. And, yeah, it's just not worth the risk. Especially if you're British. If you're British, it's actually, I believe, illegal to go over a certain amount of gold or silver being mailed to you. And I have a friend who's a jewelry dealer that had a ring seized, a gold ring, by British customs because she sent it to a British customer. So, yeah, be real careful buying anything international in this business. But, yeah, I mean, I think we've pretty much covered the Perth Mint, folks. If you've got some questions about this podcast, feel free to email us or post on one of the Facebook threads for questions, or just post underneath this podcast on YouTube. Any questions you may have, we'll make sure to either reply to you right on that question or also cover it in a podcast in the future. So, yeah, folks, I figure unless Darren, John, or Jeremy, do you guys have anything to add?
No.
I've got nothing.
I have something in closing. Most people, when they start out, Me included, I started out buying the just straight generic and lowest price and search for the lowest. But just try to diverse your stack a little bit. Go buy. I mean, we're not even talking about just Perth Mint, but get a little bit of everything, and you'll start appreciating other stuff besides sunshine bars and stuff like that. I mean, just I'm not even just talking about Perth Mint. Whoa, I'm seeing Darren's getting me dizzy. I'm seeing Darren's. Okay, but yeah, I just just stay close to the group, see what everybody else is buying if you're new to this, and just dabble in some different stuff and get it as cheap as you can.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more with what Jeremy said. I mean, I own a lot of generic. I have a ton of junk silver, but when it comes down to it, I have stuff from pretty much every major mint. The only thing I don't have right now are Chinese pandas, and I will be buying those when I see a good deal. But yeah, buy what's cool. Buy what interests you, especially if it's not that much above spot. Just buy it. I think you'll find some of your favorite possessions will come from those purchases. Well, anyway, folks, in closing, thanks for listening. We'll try to be back again next week, and have a great day.
Oh, that's